Now we're just bringing it back down a little because you're listening to Smooth Necron. Just thought I'd try this. I like this music. It reminds me of the end of the Warriors. But without further ado, because you know why y'all are watching. You don't want to see me. You want to see Mikey Sutton. What's up, Mikey?
I tell you, the opening makes you want to write another issue of Dreamwalker, man. That's such a badass opening. It kind of pumps you up, and my God, it just really gets me going there, man. And
Yeah, man. I think it works with the geeky stuff, right? The sci-fi,
hell yeah, man.
the industrial metal, or whatever you want to call it, the Rob Zombie-ish.
That intro you will not see in Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods, that's for sure.
No, you will not. That guy.
Great to be here tonight. Necron's great.
Oh yeah, thanks for being here, Mikey.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can help out. You know,
wondering about the time slot tonight. Basically, it's like this.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So Abdul, my partner, got slammed by this horrible storm. And he's out of commission until this weekend. So I said, Necron, let's take over the Rogues Gallery slot tonight and kind of do a mini Rogues right now.
Yes.
So, guys, you know what? Necron and I have planned to do a special tonight on obscure TV horror, but just like James Gunn, I changed my mind.
You changed your mind, huh? We're not lying. We're changing.
Yeah, exactly. No, we're just indecisive. That's all.
That's something else. Can you imagine telling your wife, well, I didn't lie. I just changed my mind.
I didn't lie
about... that makes everything okay.
Exactly. I didn't lie about being faithful. I just changed my mind.
I changed my mind. We all change our mind as, we grow and do things.
Sorry, hardcore, but somebody has to do that change my mind meme with James Gunn. Any people out there who want to handle that, we hope it can be helpful.
Yeah, man, that would be hilarious if they do that. I actually have something, that I think we're gonna play real quick, Mikey, for Mr. Gunn. We won't have to listen to the whole thing, but I think it's something he may not have learned when he was a kid. We're gonna have to go ahead and play him this little PSA. Let's do this real quick for Mr. Gunn, and hopefully he learns a lesson. Let's check this out.
Who can tell us the moral of the story?
Don't chop down cherry trees.
No. Amanda?
My teacher told me I should never tell a lie.
Good. Because?
A lie will bring you trouble by and by.
Right. Dana?
It's an awful thing to do, and it's true and true and true. Go so bad and then you'll start to cry. You'll have a heart attack in your head. And you will feel your face get hot and turn bright red. And your heart will start to stop. If you're stuck, you'll get a lot. You'll feel so bad you wish that you could lie. You're much better off to never tell a lie.
From the morning, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
I gotta use that for my. I have to use that for my next James Gunn article.
Oh yes, please.
God,
dude,
that's priceless.
Hilarious.
I've never even seen that before. Oh God, that is hysterical. Holy shit!
He never got that lesson from his teacher, I suppose.
Oh my God, it's fucking hilarious. I thought using Rollins' band was funny. Rollins showing up in a Superman outfit, but this is hysterical, man.
Oh, it's too good. He walked right into it. I was like, okay, I got it.
Oh my God, that's classic. This is so bad.
Yeah, some of these comments, Oh man. So yeah, man. He apparently he doesn't lie. He just changes his mind.
There you go. He's just indecisive, and you know what? Is that what you want in a leader? A guy who just he's gonna change his mind. So nothing is truly fixed, right? So
There's no stated course or none of that. You know,
None
just
of that, you know.
oh, just so. What's really the difference here between him and Hamada's regime? I'm
You know, I have to say that at least Hamada was consistent. He was terrible, but he was consistent.
he was consistent.
In his awfulness. I mean, you know, he had a plan.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that he did have an end game. He
Yeah.
wasn't just making it up as he was
Yeah.
going. He actually had an end game. It was terrible, but at least it was a plan. You know,
But you know
according-
what? At least he was gonna give Affleck and you know and Cavill one more shot in the Crisis movie that he was planning on.
yeah, that would have been cool.
Sucked. I mean, you know,
Well, you know, we'll talk about this a little later. There is an alternative out there that's Skywalker Master
oh
Jedi.
yeah, well, you know,
has
it's all about
started.
Netflix now, dude. You know.
Yeah, it's all on Netflix. So let's get into the first subject, Mikey.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about first here tonight?
Well, why don't we talk about the Punisher?
Yes, let's talk about the
He's in your
Punisher.
intro. You have John Bernthal in your intro, man. How appropriate. That you know, this would be covered on this show.
Yeah,
so Bernthal's back.
it's official.
Yeah, it's official. You know,
I'm
and
very excited about that.
Oh
But
yeah, too, man.
I wonder how here to show this guy, dude. How awesome is that? You know?
It's just it's one of the best castings ever. He is Frank Castle. Welcome back, Frank. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good call, Mike. Welcome back,
There
Frank.
you go. There you go. No, I mean, so I scooped this way back in September
sure did.
2019.
2019.
Oh my God, that was right after about a month after I scooped Spider Gate.
Yes, that's right.
And a month before I scooped Garfield McGuire coming back with Tom Holland, and then a month after that I scooped Snyder Cut, and somewhere in between there, Necron, I scooped Wolverine and Deadpool 3.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my best streak of bombs ever, and the only one that hasn't become official yet is Hulk versus Wolverine, which is gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the way. You can tell
On the
the way. Yeah, it's the way it's moving. It has to happen.
So we do have an article in Costi coming tonight about this. Kieran's already written it. I'm adding some stuff to what he wrote. So THR is reporting that John Bernthal is back as a Punisher and Daredevil board again. Well, that shows they kick major ass, man. You have the Kingpin and Daredevil versus the Punisher. I mean,
And you're gonna be able to play it in the Marvel universe now.
exactly in the MCU.
So how awesome is that? We're gonna see the Punisher running around, with quite possibly the Avengers, the X-Men.
Okay, and I gotta address this, Necron, because there are some worried people out there. People worried, like, are they going to Disneyfy the Punisher and so on and so forth? Okay, because the amount of news going forward the volume is so much we forget. Some of the things that have been announced in the years that have passed. John Bernthal said there is no way he's going to come back as a Punisher if they water him down. Okay, that's in his contract. He's not going to come back as a PG-13 Punisher. He ain't going to do it. So in order to get him back, they have to keep the R-rated Punisher. And look, there's a parental lock on Disney Plus for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You don't want your kids watching it, lock it up, man.
Lock it
Come on.
up, So he will not be wired down, and that's going to. I love you in my article this evening, but prepare yourselves, guys, for a ton of clickbait from now until then.
Oh God, I can only imagine.
Shall I get watered down? A kindergarten cop, I mean, they're all some bullshit. All the anti-Disney people are going to come out of the woodwork, even though Bernthal already said that he wouldn't sign a deal if he was going to get watered down. So, guys, don't worry about that.
I mean, how
Um,
detrimental would that be to him anyway to come out and have this watered down Punisher
It'd be
after?
terrible. It would
Yeah,
it would ruin his. I wouldn't say it wouldn't ruin his career, but it'd be a pockmark on his legacy.
yeah.
And he,
I mean, because everyone who's seen it, and a lot of people have seen it,
yeah,
they would be let down. It would be
get it
like,
down. And
yeah,
and
bad PR.
Bernthal loves the Punisher. He just absolutely loves the character. He cares about the character. He would not disrespect the Punisher that way.
That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah.
That's
So you
awesome. He
guys.
has the whole ideal what the Punisher is.
Oh yeah, yeah. So guys, don't worry about that. But where did it go from here, right? Because obviously Mikey's
Yeah.
here. Where's the bomb, man? It's your scoop confirmed. Okay, where's the bomb? Okay.
What's up, Austin?
Hey,
Austin's in
Austin.
the chat.
My nickname for Austin now is Q, because he's always designing all these logos for you guys. He's a gadget maker
That's a good
of
one.
the of the syndicate. So, where do we go from here? Well, Punisher will get his own series. I've scooped this years ago. Now, the working title for it, Necron back then was Punisher War Journal,
Oh, like the old comic.
like the old comic book. And
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything differently. They might just make it the Punisher. I don't know, but Punisher War Journal was the one that the title they were considering at the time. Now, the only reason why I think they might change it now is because of Ukraine, the whole war thing.
I could see some people getting a
Maybe a
little.
little sensitive. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But Punisher War Journal that I was hearing like 2 years ago. In December 2021, I scooped again
Uh-huh.
that Bernthal would be in Daredevil Born Again. It didn't have a title back then. I said Daredevil Reboot. But yeah.
I remember that scoop too. You said he
Yeah.
was going to be in the Daredevil series from the MCU. Yes,
So,
sir.
I
Scoop
had to see
confirmed.
this, Necron. I don't want to bring out some bourbon again, but I can't help make the comparison here. Okay. I said before on previous shows that MCU fans don't really know what bourbon is. Yeah, here's another example of that.
Mhm.
Kevin Feige, whatever you guys feel about him, gotta give him credit. He brought back Vincent D'Onofrio. He brought back Charlie Cox. He's bringing back John Bernthal, the Punisher. You realize they could have recast all these people.
It sure seems like it.
Yeah, he could have,
Yeah. Because why upset the fans, right?
There you go. Why
upset?
Mr. Gunn?
What Marvel knows not what to do. It's very simple.
Just think about this. Those shows are ones that Feige did not work on, right? So as far as ego is concerned, he could have done a gun like, well, it's not part of my legacy. I didn't choose those actors, or I wasn't part of those shows. Well, my own legacy, damn it, my own legacy. Punisher legacy. We're not cast. Fucking who knows. But
He's
no.
smart enough. He's smart enough to know. This whole legacy thing. You can still use these people and create new movies and new things with them, and have an awesome continuation and your own legacy at the same time.
Yeah. Feige is so powerful. He could have gotten an Oscar winner to play Kingpin, right?
Oh, sure.
But no, he went with Vincent D'Onofrio because he knows what works. He knows what the fans want.
Yeah.
Charlie Cox back,
And is anyone even complaining about it? Not that I can see. Everybody's pretty happy. Marvel fans always.
Yeah, that's the thing, guys.
Always have a smile on their face.
They don't know the meaning of bourbon, right? Like, seriously, right now, the only bourbon they had, get this is their bourbon. Okay, DC fans are just upset with Ben Affleck not coming back and Cavill. Some pretty high-powered people that you're getting rid of there, right? Let's not forget, in the middle of all this, Necron, the news came out today that Gal Gadot will not be Wonder Woman in Shazam 2. This gonna have a.
What is going on with that? I mean, what? One of probably the few parts people were looking forward to see the movie. let's remove it.
Yeah, she filmed the scene, right? That scene's being cut. So we're gonna get a fake Wonder Woman in the film.
So
So
none of this.
no,
We're
no,
not
none of
going to see
that. No,
this.
no, no. We're getting a fake. They already announced who the person. Okay, the actress they got. She's not gonna be the DCU Wonder Woman. She's just a fake Wonder Woman for the film. Like like Shazam couldn't get a real date with Diana, so there's
Oh, that
poser,
just sounds
ha
terrible.
ha, har.
Yeah, that's real.
And so,
But we'll get plenty of this
oh
nonsense,
no,
right?
dude, oh man, no, I can't unsee that. I can't unsee it. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, looks
So
exciting. Mhm.
now, then apparently Gal's still up in the air. They're gonna, she's just not in this film. Um, then again, it's fake Wonder Woman. It's not really the real Wonder Woman, so they can get away with using somebody else. This is
Didn't they
what's
learn
the
their
fun?
lesson
What's the
last
point?
time?
What's the
Didn't they learn?
point?
Yeah, you had headless Superman. Now you're gonna have
Yeah.
fake Wonder Woman,
It's
and they expect people to pay for this. That's just
Marvel fans doing cartwheels right now. Bernthal's back. In the meantime, well, DC, we have we don't have Gal in Shazam 2. Oh, hold on just a minute.
sure. Let's talk about that. In Marvel, not only do you get, one Spider-Man, you get two Spider-Man. No, you're gonna get three. You're gonna get all three Spider-Mans. We have yet to see Henry Cavill, in a movie since Zack Snyder's Justice League, and now we're gonna get a fake Wonder. What are they thinking? Why do they think this stuff works?
Well, yeah, my question is, why even have this scene in there then?
Yeah, just cut it all out together because it's
Take it
gonna
all
be
out,
it's gonna be
Um,
hokey.
So it's just ridiculous, and unfortunately, guys, Shazam 2 is getting rave reviews already. Because the critics love these kind of lighter fare, and yeah. So.
Yeah. Just like the Suicide Squad got rave reviews.
Yeah, and so Gunn is now, praising it and everything, and
But just remember when they put out those reviews, this is what you're going to see right here.
and let's not forget fake Wonder Woman too.
A fake Wonder Woman. So none of this.
None of that. No, that's just we're not good enough for that, man. So
Let's get her to Netflix.
yeah, Shazam did get good reviews because it was compared to Tom Hanks' Big and everything. It's charming and
I mean, okay, I'm not a total hater of the first movie because since I was a kid, I liked Shazam, the Captain Marvel character. Going way back from watching the damn show, on Saturday morning.
Oh, I used to watch that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember they drive around in their RV, helping people out, and doing
Of course.
whatever.
No. Will there be a reboot of that, like Breaking Bad, right? with Billy Batson. Are we gonna cook today?
We're cooking, Billy. It'll be Dr. Savano or whatever his name is.
like Mr. Mind's like buying dope and shit.
That actually would probably be better.
It's actually better.
What we're getting. That's too funny, Mikey. So basically Gal's cut and we're gonna get a fake Wonder Woman.
Yeah. My question to the people in the chat: do you guys? Okay, guys, if it gets a good Rotten Tomato score, you still think it'll make money? Because the advanced tickets are just abysmal right now.
Let me ask the chat. I went into Target a couple weeks ago looking for some McFarlane figures. All they had was a wall of Shazams. Like, it was kind of embarrassing, because it was everything else gone, but all the Shazams there if you wanted them. So I mean, that's kind of, to me, like, if the kids aren't even buying it, who they're trying to really market that movie to, who's going to go see the movie?
Well, yeah, it is. It is marketed to kids, totally.
Yeah, I mean that's not Zack Snyder's style marketing movie or anything like that. It's just terrible. But
I'm
hey,
not.
if you want to
No,
waste some money or take your little like 5 or 6 year old, this is the guy to go see right here.
no, just no. I mean, he pales in comparison to the '70s Shazam. I mean, right? I mean, at
Hey,
least
the
that
70s
guy,
Shazam was cool at
he was
least.
cool, man.
He was an
Hey,
adult. He
he's
didn't
actually one of
act
my
silly.
Facebook friends too, as well. And how hot was ISIS, right?
The Mighty Isis.
Oh yeah.
Why don't they put her back in
Uh, um,
DCU?
didn't she pass away? I think she passed away.
Oh, I mean,
Joanna.
not her exactly, but
Oh, the
someone
actor
else.
character. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
Well,
with the name
Black Adam
nowadays too.
had a version of her. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah, I do remember Mighty
I'm
Isis. I think that's one of my first kid crushes, along with
Joanna Cameron. Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah. No, I have no plans to see this. I saw Shazam in the theater because back then, Necron, I used to watch every comic book movie first day. Didn't
Oh
matter
yeah,
what it was, I just watched it.
yeah.
Those
Me and
days
my
are
brother were
gone
like that
now.
too. All the shows, and remember too, back then there wasn't obviously as much as we get nowadays for this type of
When did
entertainment.
Shazam?
Sorry, what was that? What was that, Mikey? I think we lost Mikey's mic for a minute.
Yeah.
What was that?
When did Shazam come out? Do you remember?
Oh God, like what 73, 74 ish, somewhere in there.
I mean the Zachary.
Oh, Zachary, was it 2013, 14?
Was it that
I'll
night?
look it up.
I think I can't remember if it was before or after my stroke.
Let me look it up, Rosette.
Was it
Shazam
2019?
release date. No, I don't want Fury of the Gods.
19 that day?
2019.
Okay, so it was after my stroke. Yeah, I just saw it that one time, and that was pretty much it. Um,
Yeah, same here. I had no urge ever to watch it again.
no,
Even when it's on like TNT, like nah,
eh,
eh,
I remember
one's
the
enough.
action was pretty lame. That's what I remember. Yeah, and I like Zachary Levi, and I thought Chuck was a great show. I love that show, but it just wasn't right for Shazam to me.
He just started rubbing me wrong, of course, with the Snyder cut doesn't exist, and that was my
Yeah,
first like, I don't know about this guy. But then this last one, his PSA he did, that was just atrocious. Like, okay, I'm out. That was like,
when he was, yeah, it's just I'd rather not hear it. Just he's very.
yeah, this guy is gonna sit here and talk about Snyderverse not working when what? How much money did your movie make? Like who are you to talk? Just go back here, get back in your tights, and be happy or whatever. Don't be talking about the Snyderverse and not working out and this and that. That's
Did you
insane.
notice that James Gunn said nothing?
No,
But
he
now
was.
he's praising Shazam 2 in his Twitter. So just saying.
Yeah,
Of course,
but
partner produced it.
this is one of the problems. My friend JD still hasn't seen Black Adam. I don't know how hardcore JD is into DC or anything like that, but I can almost guarantee Black Adam is gonna, as a movie, would destroy the new Shazam movie
Oh yeah, easily. Just
easily.
no denying that.
Okay, he digs Black Adam more than Shazam. Then you'll probably like the Black Adam movie.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's on. Get it on torrents. What are you doing? I'm not saying do that, but if whatever. There's always a way.
You can always subscribe to HBO Max for a day and then watch it and then cancel.
Right? Do that
Right?
week free of subscription, then just cancel that son of a bitch right as it comes up, man. Don't give them that credit card info. Okay, Mikey, we're getting off track. What is our next topic on your list of things you want to talk about?
Well, Kevin Feige, he
I
Star Wars
saw that
film has
too.
been shelved, and what's going on?
What's the logic behind that? What are they thinking? Do you have any insight like why they would do this?
Yeah, it was kind of shocking to hear, but I might as well get this ahead of the narrative. You know, the narrative's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Feige got a fighting with Kathleen Kennedy, and they had a fist fight. You know what I mean? So was no nothing to do with that. Look, Feige has been overworked. I mean, they're cutting down the number of MCU productions. It's just when Bob Chapek was in charge instead of Iger, he really pumped up the content on MCU, um, and you start to see a little bit of quality issues, And I liked everything they put out, but obviously, relatively speaking, not as strong as Phase Three, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And Eternals to me was Love and Thunder. I think Love and Thunder is one that sticks out the most. Is lacking that high standard of MCU. So Feige's cutting down on the number of things he's working on, and Star Wars was one of those things that just had to go for now. They're gonna come back to it, but just this not at the moment. So they're shoveling it for now. As Feige is reloading the MCU at this point. Um,
So even he's seeing it was kind of faltering a little. He needs to
a little bit,
refocus.
yeah, and the Ant-Man box office. Ant-Man's going to cut $100 million worldwide, guys. It's going to make money still.
Yeah.
But still, and it's an Ant-Man film. How much more can you expect from an Ant-Man movie? But he's got very high standards, and some of the critics' reviews have been kind of annoying him a little bit. He knows though. They're
Yeah.
not up to his standard. So he's gonna focus on getting some more quality out there than quantity. And Star Wars is kind of stuck out like a sore thumb because he's not in charge of Lucasfilm. He's gonna focus on his own kids for now, and then go back to Star Wars at a later time. Although Star Wars is his first love, and he won't abandon it forever. He's gonna come back.
Okay, so it's just like he's just kind of just stepping away for a moment, but
Yeah, I guess for a moment, yeah, until he gets everything back in order. Because after Secret Wars, they're gonna go. He's gonna go into the mutant saga, and do the Avengers versus X-Men movie that he's been dreaming of for the longest time. But in order to get there, he's got a lot of work to do.
now the Secret Wars comes before the Avengers versus X-Men movie, or is it vice versa?
No, Secret Wars comes before that one.
Okay.
Avengers versus X-Men will be in the mutant saga. That's going to be the next phase after the multiverse saga going on right now.
Okay.
That'll be just like, if you guys are an X-Men fan, you're gonna get a lot of X-Men. In the phases following the multiverse saga. So he's taking a temporary step out of Star Wars, and he's gonna reload. I'm not worried about.
Well, it sounds like he's gonna have some heavy duty stories coming.
He does.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be back on track in MCU. It sounds like.
And Necron, I got into DC and Marvel at the same time as 78. I read them both. They were both companies.
Same way.
I want DC to be on that level. I really do. I want them to compete. I mean, look, I'm a fan. I want to enjoy everything, right? Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I know, I get it. Younger people grew up in a different world than we did, but when we were kids, I mean, to us, comics were comics. There wasn't all this separation. I'm a DC guy. I'm a Marvel guy.
No.
We were just happy to get comics, basically.
Yeah. Dude, I was just as happy to see Frank Miller write and draw Batman as I was when he was doing Daredevil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when John Byrne did Superman, dude, I was jumping up and down like, holy shit.
I loved that. His it started with Man of Steel, the miniseries, and then became what his own comic, Superman. Wasn't it Action Comics too? He started doing that one too.
Yeah, he did. Superman reset to #1, right? And then
Yes.
he did that first, and Action Man of Steel came out before all that, the miniseries, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and and I gotta bring this up here. Zack Snyder killed off. Okay, let's go back to Man of Steel, named after John Byrne's run. But anyway,
Yep.
that
Totally.
controversial scene where Superman snapped Zod's neck, right? Oh my God, Superman would never do that. He did.
I
Actually,
think a lot of people who say that only watch Superman from the Super Friends or something.
or Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah, or Christopher Reeve.
Because John Byrne back in '88 had a just brilliant Superman story. John Byrne, written drawn by John Byrne, where the three Krypton villains killed every living person on this parallel world.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, they're just billions and billions of people get slaughtered in wall. Superman kills all of them. He kills the Kryptonians. Like he tortures him to death with Krypton laser beams or whatever. But he watched him die. Okay,
He's pretty terrible.
Basically he gassed them to death. Okay, he just watched them die. And you guys have a problem with Zack Snyder? Do you guys read comic books?
I know. Like, do you not know the history? And going back to that Man of Steel comic that John Byrne did, Zack Snyder lifted so much of Krypton's look.
Yeah, he did.
Out of that version of Krypton, I was like, wow, if you read that, the robots look exactly alike, and the regalia of the Kryptonians and all that. It's amazing, man.
Well, Snyder is a real comic book fan.
Oh, what a shock.
Oh my God,
It is. None more evil than Darkseid. Yes, sir. That's true.
But are you guys prepared for James Gunn's Darkseid?
Oh, God. Here comes the bourbon.
Well, what I've been hearing is that one of the unannounced projects is New Gods.
Okay.
Which means Gunn's Darkseid.
Can these? Okay. It's unannounced, all right, but can they even afford to produce a true New Gods movie at this point?
No.
So it's probably never going to really happen.
I think that's why they haven't announced the rest of the slate, because they can't afford it.
They're just, yeah, because it's going to have to be like, DC Star Wars or something. It's going to have to be next level.
Can they even afford Apocalypse now?
Yeah. Can they? The only option is sell ZSJL to Netflix, sell Snyderverse to Netflix. That is
inevitable.
Yeah, inevitable, as they say, as Integrity says. It has to happen. Hey, Mikey, but I heard James Gunn said Netflix hasn't inquired yet. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
Netflix
should be talking to him. It's above his pay grade, but he can think whatever he wants,
Yeah, he might change his mind down the road. Who knows?
Or could it be, Necron, that James Gunn changed his mind about telling the truth?
Oh, God.
Oh, there you go. Hey.
Mic drop, Mikey.
I was going to tell you the truth, but I changed my mind.
So it's not a lie. I just changed my mind.
Changed my mind. What a great
Oh, shit. My friend Francisco says plays from Necrovore. Yeah. Not on this show, Francisco. You know better.
No,
You're
just
gonna have
made
some
me
metalheads
laugh
coming
when
in and
I
out of
saw
the
that.
chat for sure here. But yeah, I'm really kind of nervous about if that would happen. But do you have any updates or anything about Cell that we could talk about, or is this keep hashtagging?
I really wish I could talk about a lot of the things I'm hearing, but I guess you guys keep the faith, keep going with Scotty Walker's campaign. It's a great campaign and continues to build. Um, guys, don't think that it'll end in futility or end in vain. There's some, just keep it going and don't worry about the
Keep
outcome.
hashtagging.
Keep hashtagging. Keep.
Let's put it this way, Mikey. If you can't talk about it, that's probably good news. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, look, if I could talk about that, would mean pour out the bourbon, right, guys? You know, stand down.
So the hashtags are working. They're not broke. No need to fix them. Make sure you use the right ones.
Follow the rules of engagement and all that.
Yes, don't be toxic. I know we got a little snarky here on my channel. But that's fine. We can be snarky on Necron's channel.
Yeah, I got really snarky last night.
I suggest everyone go read Mikey's Geekocracy article on James Gunn changing his mind. Geekocracy.com. Just go there.
Geekocracymag.com, yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
I gave Kieran that assignment, and I knew I was going to snark it up, and so
it's very snarky.
My writing style fits perfectly with his, except I'm angry. And, Kieran's a super nice guy. He's a great writer. So I got the article. I'm like, okay, I got to add my own 2 cents to this, and then all of a sudden I'm laughing hysterically right I'm running, and I thought of Muttley, right? And so Muttley made his first appearance there, because if you're wondering what the Muttley reference was, James Gunn called the Cell campaign wacky. And
yes, he did.
If you guys are of a certain age, Muttley was in a cartoon called Wacky Races. And so when I hear the word wacky, I think of Muttley, and
just Google Muttley, and then you'll get quite a good laugh of what the comparison.
You'll get a really good laugh. But, yeah, I was like in the middle of the night last night. I couldn't stop laughing when I was ready. Yeah, Socks, thank you for that.
Muttley. Oh yeah, and don't forget the Henry Rollins, the Rollins band.
I know it's for you, Necron. That was for Necron.
I loved it
because when I hear the word
liar, have a good song too. By the way,
it's a great song, and I think of Henry Rollins in a Superman outfit. Cause I'm a liar, like, oh god, a perfect song for James.
It's Superman.
He had a Superman outfit on with the HR in though, but still, it's just,
you couldn't ask for anything better, right?
It's perfect, right? Like even James Gunn, who's supposedly to appreciate that.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in punk rock and all that type of stuff.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe
I'm not biting if all he plays is glam metal on Peacemaker.
Yeah, exactly. It's not very punk.
I love when guys go, yeah, I like metal. I remember, Rat and Twisted Sister. I'm like, yeah, cool. I mean,
Any Cannibal Corpse in your collection, maybe?
Yeah, okay.
Voivod, Prom.
Maybe Slayer. Are we stretching here? The Destruction, a little Possessed. Exodus. I mean, it is 80s, but that boy ain't into any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Fox remembers when Rollins was in Black Flag.
Rise Above was one of the songs I keep mentioning to people I know. It's like No Rituals, Rise Above, Black Flag classic. Yeah.
Oh, you said the magic word. It's my friend's JD. One of his favorite bands is Voivod.
Voivod's great, man. Voivod is awesome. Some of the stuff I was listening to back in the Celtic Frost, I mean, there's so many great groups.
Oh yeah, I I don't even get me started on the first two Celtic Frosts. Let me see something because
Oh
I actually have sitting here these
no
two CD
way!
reissues, and they're made in these freaking great. I'm sorry, Ted. I'm gonna have to
That's
probably bleep this.
awesome.
Look at this packaging,
That is really
all
good packaging.
glossy. They're
Holy
like called digi
wow,
books.
nice.
They went all out on these. Look at the Celtic Frogs. Was it their hexagram logo
Yeah,
thing? That's so metal.
that's beautiful, man. That is wow.
Yeah,
I need to get those.
yeah. They're and
God,
here's the second album with
yeah,
the
that's so
tiger art on the cover. That's
that's about as metal as it gets, man.
yeah, classic. I'm glad you brought that up. Good old Celtic Frost. Yeah, I had these. Just happened to have these sitting here. I was jamming them the other
Yeah,
day.
you think James Gunn goes home and cranks up Napalm Death? I mean,
No, I
no.
think he goes home and jams up the Pretty Boy Floyd and the Kicks. Remember that one, Kicks?
Holy shit! Oh man!
Hey, don't put on that fast stuff. It gives me a headache. You got any Kicks or Poison? Bon
Um,
Jovi?
oh god.
The worst.
um. So, but yes, Bad and there will be something for members. Won't be as much as I want to say, but there'll be some good stuff. Just waiting for Still to get back in gear again. I mean, poor guy. I mean, I can't
Dude, that's so
imagine.
terrible. I'm sorry, man.
Awful.
That's
Not having power that would just drag me up the freaking wall, man. I don't know if I can handle that.
no, you can't do nothing. You
God.
cannot. When Texas had that snowstorm, I was without power for 2 days, and that was enough to drive me crazy.
Oh my god.
So I can imagine what Sil was going through.
When we are without power for like 2 or 3 hours, I'm driven up the wall. I can't imagine. 2 days, holy shit. And that's 2 days I can't work either. So I lose a lot of money that way too.
Okay, Domain says Mikey Zaslav's getting a big payday. Is WB gearing up for a sell?
Yeah, they are. No, they are there. It's from the very beginning, Necron. So I were saying is that Zaza was gonna sell the whole everything. You know what I mean? Um so don't get too attached to James Gunn. You guys won't get attached to him. But anyway,
I don't think this
I don't think this
crowd
crowd will get attached to him at all.
they'll be gladly holding the door open with their boots on.
yeah. They're well, how many? I think Sil said 2 years from now or something like that.
Yeah, it's not that far away.
Not that far away, and they're gonna prep the company. They make it look as valuable as possible. Is what they're gonna do next, Ryan. And Sil and I had discussed that since the very beginning. You know.
Now let's talk about like the people who don't quite understand
Yeah.
that selling the Snyderverse, to
Yeah.
Netflix is actually makes them more valuable.
Very much so. It's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up.
Because some people, maybe people in my chat don't quite understand it, and they would think, "Oh, well, wouldn't selling it mean they don't have the rights to these anymore?" And explain to them why this is actually good for them to sell.
Yeah, because it's not like they're going to sell the rights to the characters. They're going to sell or license the rights to this specific project, is what it is.
Yes, just to Snyder's movies.
Yeah, Snyder's movies, exactly. It's not like, oh, they lose rights to Superman. No. It is a specific project in this JL2, okay, or JL3 as well. They're gonna they can license out the specific project, but they can have another Superman. You know what I mean? It's not gonna interfere with that.
I really think even the general audience understands that there can be more than one
Yeah.
thing of a version of a character running around nowadays in a completely different storyline world. All that. I think the audience has gotten sophisticated enough to really comprehend what's going on.
I will tell you something that nobody.
Uh-oh. Mic check.
Or
There
that's
you
what
go.
it is.
Okay,
And
say
then
that again, Mikey, because
I'm
your
gonna
mic
bring
dropped
up
out.
something that has never been brought up that's gonna pique your interest. Okay. Now, all this time where James Gunn has talked about Netflix not interested, so on and so forth, not once has James Gunn said this deal is impossible and we can't do it.
Yeah, I
Right?
noticed that too.
He throws it back at Netflix. He doesn't say that no, we can't do this deal. So
He's
why
very
are people
clever in
right?
that he never said no, it's not happening. He's never said that.
He never said that. He never said, well, we can't license the rights to he never said that. The people who are saying that are betas who don't want it to happen, right? What Gunn is saying is that, well, Netflix hasn't called me. He didn't say that we won't allow this to happen.
hmm He's very clever in his wording to keep his
Mhm.
betas happy, but also not get himself in trouble with anybody above him either.
Yeah.
Because
Hey.
it's definitely above the man's pay rate. He's like a department head in your let's say you have a in your office and you have different departments. He's the head of a certain department. He's not the CEO.
No,
He's
he's
not.
not. No,
He's not.
not even close.
The main manager. He's a department head. So
Yeah.
and I can guarantee department heads have power, but then when it goes above them, they have no power and they can get just like that, overruled.
Yeah, and so guys, keep this in mind because I hear all these narratives, Nick, run about, Warner Brothers won't compete against themselves, or these characters are too big for them to license. Gunn's never said that. All he said flat out is that, well, they haven't called me.
Yeah, and they're not going to call you. They're going to call your boss.
So, be careful of what you hear out there from beta.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, there can be all type of propaganda that's trying to, who don't want this to happen.
You don't want it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because if it was impossible for this to happen, Gunn would have brought that out. Like, oh, no, we would never do this.
Yeah,
No,
I wouldn't have a competing universe against my own that
exactly.
I don't run, but it's beyond his control.
Yeah, or Zaza would never allow Superman to get licensed. No, he never said that. The betas were saying that.
Yeah, and now look, Val-Zod.
Exactly. And they would never say, he never said that. No, he says, oh, Netflix hasn't called me yet or whatever, or Netflix not interested. But he never said he would never allow this deal to happen. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I know
and he knows he's not dumb. He knows Netflix not calling him.
Yeah.
So that statement's true, I guess, because he knows it's never going to happen. Of course, they wouldn't call him.
He's just he's a politician, man.
He sure is.
He's a political speak there. You know what I mean?
Yep, politician with some wacky parties in the past.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Cell campaign. I want to show. I haven't done this before, but let's go to look at that. I got the website up.
Nice shirt, black, awesome.
Yeah, we finally got the black shirts. A lot of people are concerned about this little overlay error. It's not going to look like that. There's it was just an upload error on the shirt image. This is how on black shirts. This is how it'll look, guys. Just use the hoodie image, and that's how it's going to look. It's going to print like that. We're trying to get them to fix the on the T-shirt. This was just computer glitch error. It didn't overlay correctly, but these look nice. I am very.
That looks really sharp, man.
Yeah,
I'd wear that.
Yep, and check out the back. Look at that.
Beautiful.
And they will be on. We got them available in white and black now. Black T-shirt, white T-shirt. We got 40 sold. It looks like we need to get that up, people. And remember too, all the proceeds will go to AFSP, suicide prevention fundraiser. So it's not like we're not making any money off of this. It's all going to go to charity, and you get some cool ass shirts. Let me show you.
I love the logos on
Austin
there.
is in love with white shirts. That's all I'm going to say. I don't quite. I had to roast you, little Austin. You love them white shirts. So we will show Austin's white shirt. There you go.
Yeah, looks. They both look great, but I prefer black. It's just.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way. I prefer black too, but they look great. But you know what? I will say the hoodie in white looks really nice. I do like that. But it's not as awesome as the
It
black.
looks so good,
Yeah.
man. Wow.
But Austin did a great job with the design. He knocked it out apart. It's very classy. I might get a black shirt and a white hoodie. Probably not, but who knows? There's Austin. He's just being a dick. It's okay. I am too, Austin. So yeah. So all you got to do, let me. I do have this somewhere. Give me 1 second. There you go. That's all you got to go over to. Get over to that website. Order hoodie, regular T-shirt. We also even have the slim fit T-shirts if you want the more. I think it's lighter fit, whatever. You can get those there too. All proceeds go to AFSP. You know, we're not making big money on this or anything. We're not making a cent actually. So just wanted to pump that up real quick for
And this is for a great cause. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, it's obviously a Zack Snyder approved cause too. So it all ties in. It's a good idea.
I love how they look. That's just first class, man.
Okay, the hoodie looks clean as fuck. See, those hoodies look nice, man. So I think we reached all the topics for tonight.
Yeah, I thought tonight, like a 1 hour show, like all mini rogues we have. So next week we will be back with the TV horrors from the past.
Yes, we're gonna have a discussion on TV horror shows and TV horror anthologies, just all that good stuff you used to watch back in the 70s, 80s, and the early 90s.
Night Gallery, which I have not seen since the 70s. You scared me so much as a kid. I'm sure if I look back at it now, it's probably like really cheesy, right? But back then, man, there's some spooky shit.
Man, and see, I remember Night Gallery, but I also liked Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt. Let's save it for next week because we'll just start talking about it. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun show, and of course, whatever else we want to talk about too. My show isn't like it's a very open forum.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, Necron, I think the first Tales from the Dark Side episode was directed by George Romero, if I recall correctly. I think he directed the first.
You know, that rings a bell. I'm gonna have to do some research into that because that sounds right. Because I think they made a big deal out of that, like in Fangoria and all that.
Oh yeah.
TV horrors. Did Frasier take over your? That's an inside thing. I don't know what that is. Okay, everybody likes to stream. All right, guys, that's it. I hope. Here's another one we talked about when we're going to talk about monsters.
Yeah.
Freddy's Nightmares. I like that goofy ass one too, man.
Don't forget Friday the 13th had a show.
Yeah, that's Friday the 13th.
That was a good one.
But remember Friday the 13th? Like sometimes Jason would come out, sometimes he wouldn't. Yeah. Sometimes on Freddy's Nightmares, Freddy would come out. Sometimes he wouldn't.
Whatever they had the budget for, yes.
Remember we're going to talk about Werewolf too. Remember that show? That was awesome.
That was on Fox, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one early ass Fox.
Early Fox.
Yeah. I think USA got it and started showing it like in syndication.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to watch them.
Way back.
Yeah. Probably maybe like 5 people might know what we're talking
about. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks, chat. You were great tonight. By the way.
Thank you, guys. I'll have fun hosting with Necron here. We'll be back next week.
Are you going on with Sky later tonight? Is it?
What night? What?
Or is it Thursdays and Sundays?
Thursdays and Sundays. So Thursday I'll be. You never know. I might drop something cell oriented on Thursday. Just never know.
Ooh.
But I mean,
Ah.
if Sky is on tonight, I might go backstage and drop
Oh
some.
Lord.
Gotta get a live reaction. You just never know.
What the heck thought the show was just starting? Oh no, this is Carl. This is my more geekish show. The metal show is on usually Friday nights, the witching hour, where you get assaulted with metal and punk or whatever else. So this is more my geek show or whatever. Oh look, say his name and he shall
Hey,
appear.
Sky, is he Candyman now?
No kidding. Better watch out for them flies flying in here.
Hey, so Sky, if you're on tonight, I might do something that's not so innocent in the chat and and drop something in your Instagram. You never know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have a long night of writing tonight, so I might just get like I'm gonna drop something on Skywalker on Instagram.
So
I
I
do
think
have updates. I do have some updates. I just can't talk about certain things in
I
public.
think Sky will probably have to stream now. So not saying he is, but he might. Keep
just
an
in
eye
case
open.
you are. Oh,
Yeah.
he's definitely gonna live a live thing. He confirmed.
Oh, here we go. We got our answer. He's definitely going to go live tonight. So there we go. All right.
Cool.
That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yep.
We will see you next week whenever. We'll try to do this show on Mondays, but it's
Mondays,
always
yeah. Yep.
open to move around if we need to.
Yep.
But next week will be our horror TV show from the past.
I am gonna do some research, Necron, and see if I forgot anything I used to watch back then. There was a lot of shows back in the 70s and 80s, so you just never know.
Yeah, I mean, like one seasons, shows like one season. Just
Yeah.
I'll do some research for it next week, and it'll be a good one. Maybe and you too, maybe we'll both like, oh my god, I remember that one.
Well, the one I remember is Dark Room. If you guys remember Dark Room on ABC, like one season. But I'm sure YouTube has some Dark Room stuff, probably, right? At least the intro has to be.
Oh, usually you can get these intros on these shows on there. You know what? Instead of playing my outro, you know what I think I feel like playing, Mikey? I think we need to do that gun PSA one more time.
God, definitely.
This is a message for James Gunn. Don't worry, it's not toxic. It's just changing your mind might be also that you're a fibber. Well, all right, guys. After this plays, we'll be gone. Thanks for watching, man. Later.
Yeah.
Who can tell us the moral of the story?
Don't chop down cherry trees.
No. Amanda?
My teacher told me I should never tell a lie.
Good. Because?
A lie will bring you trouble by and by.
Right. Dana?
It's an awful thing to do, and it's true and true and true. Go so bad and then you'll start to cry. You'll have a heart attack of counting in your head, and you will feel your face get hot and turn bright red. Then your heart will start to jump, in your throat you'll get a lump, and you'll feel so bad you wish that you could lie right down and die.
You're much better off to never tell a lie.
And even from the Mormons, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.